The only defense against the world is a thorough knowledge of it, all mankind, being all equal and independent. No one ought to harm another in his life, health, liberty, or possessions. The end of law is not to abolish or restrain, but to preserve and enlarge freedom. Education begins the gentleman, but reading, good company, and reflection must finish him. Reading furnishes the mind only with materials of knowledge. It is thinking that makes what we read ours. The improvement of understanding is for two ends: first, our own increase of knowledge; secondly, to enable us to deliver that knowledge to others. The reason why men enter into society is the preservation of their property. Where there is no property, there is no injustice. The discipline of desire is the background of character. To love truth for truth's sake is the principal part of human perfection in this world. All wealth is the product of labor. A sound mind in a sound body is a short but full description of a happy state in this world. The business of education is not to make the young perfect in any one of the sciences, but so to open and dispose their minds as may best make them capable of any, when they shall apply themselves to it. New opinions are always suspected, and usually opposed, without any other reason, but because they are not already common. The greater part of mankind cannot see or reason, but must be led like sheep. The Bible is one of the greatest blessings bestowed by God on the children of men. It has God for its author, salvation for its end, and truth without any mixture for its matter. The truth certainly would do well enough if she were once left to shift for herself. She seldom has received, and, I fear, never will receive much assistance from the power of great men, to whom she is but rarely known, and more rarely welcome. As people are walking all the time in the same spot, a path appears. Our incomes are like our shoes; if too small, they gall and pinch us, but if too large, they cause us to stumble and to trip. A sound mind in a sound body is a short but full description of a happy state in this world. We are like chameleons. We take our hue and the color of our moral character from those who are around us. No man's knowledge here can go beyond his experience. It is easier for a tutor to command than to teach. The greatest part of mankind have no other reason for their opinions than that they are in fashion. He who would search for pearls must dive below. It is of great use to the sailor to know the length of his line, though he cannot with it fathom all the depths of the ocean. The actions of men are the best interpreters of their thoughts. He that has a mind to believe will find an excuse for believing. The mind is a blank slate at birth, and experience is right on it. The only way to judge someone's character is to see how they behave when they think no one is watching. A man's happiness or unhappiness depends as much on his temperament as on his circumstances. To be a man is to be responsible. It is to feel shame at the sight of what seems to be unmerited misery. It is one thing to show a man that he is in error, and another to put him in possession of the truth. The only defense against the world is a thorough knowledge of it. He who endeavors to serve, to benefit, and improve the world, is like a swimmer who struggles against a rapid current in a river lashed into angry waves by the winds. Often they roar over his head, often they beat him back and baffle him. Most men yield to the stress of the current. Only here and there the stout, strong heart and vigorous arms struggle on toward ultimate success. All men are liable to error, and most men are, in many points, by passion or interest, under temptation to it. The business of government is not to be done by proxy. It is not enough that a man is under the direction of the law. He is also to be in presence of the power that is to enforce it. The end of law is not to abolish or restrain, but to preserve and enlarge freedom.